Hello, welcome to Chris Collects and another edition of 4K Blu-ray reviews. Today we are going to take a look at The Dark Knight, the second film in the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to get notified of all future videos, leave a comment, let me know, is this your favourite of the three? If so, what's your favourite scene? What's your favourite moment? Why do you like this movie? Or why don't you like this movie if you don't like this movie? Let me know in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Okay, so The Dark Knight, again, like I said in my Batman Begins video, I'm a huge fan of this trilogy. This is actually my favourite film of all time. I remember, again, going to see this in cinema on the day that it came out in 2008. I actually saw it 3 times in the original release year, and then I've seen it about 6 times since in big IMAX re-releases. I've seen this film a lot. And something I didn't really talk about actually in Batman Begins, which I might as well mention now, is I'm also a massive Hans Zimmer fan. He's my favourite composer working in films today. And yeah, I mean, the score to these movies is ridiculous. So, The Dark Knight obviously stars Christian Bale as Batman. You've got Gary Oldman coming back as now Commissioner Gordon. You've got Michael Caine returning as Alfred. Obviously, you've got Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox. There is a casting change here. You've got Maggie Gyllenhaal replacing Katie Holmes as Rachel. You've got Aaron Eckhart playing Harvey Dent. And, of course, the absolute legendary Oscar-winning performance of Heath Ledger as the Joker. Now, obviously, this is my favourite film of all time. I think it's a perfect film. I think start to finish, there is not a single thing wrong with this movie. So, I don't want to get stuck up in talking about the movie. It came out in 2008. I'm pretty sure a lot of people watching this video have seen this film, and you just want to know more about the 4K disc itself. So, let's dive into image quality. Now, very similar to Batman Begins in the sense that you probably won't notice a big difference in certain sequences. And the reason I say certain sequences is this has IMAX sequences, much like the Blu-ray does as well. And it switches from IMAX to the regular 2.1 aspect ratio, which is the aspect ratio with the black bars on the top and the bottom. The IMAX sequences on 4K are breathtaking. Genuinely breathtaking. And this film, more so than The Dark Knight Rises, I think has a really good balance between the IMAX and non-IMAX sequences. Because some things that I hear from people who like these movies, but they find it quite annoying when the aspect ratio changes. I don't agree with that with this film. I think this film does it in a really stylistic way, in which when it shifts, you don't really notice it. The Dark Knight Rises, which we'll get to on Friday, slightly different with that. There is more IMAX sequences. That's where it gets a little bit tricky. But the IMAX sequences on this are absolutely stunning. And this is definitely a reference quality disc for the IMAX scenes alone. If you show someone that opening sequence, it's literally like watching it in the cinema. If you put it on a really big 4K TV, turn the lights off, crank the volume, you're in a cinema. And that's how good the IMAX sequences look. Now, the non-IMAX sequences is very similar to Batman Begins, where it's slightly better, but you probably wouldn't notice. So if you're looking for the film to be a image quality beast across the board, you might be a little bit disappointed when it drops out of an IMAX sequence. That being said, again, another selling point of these films is that original 5.1 theatrical audio track. And again, much like Batman Begins, man, does this absolutely sound phenomenal. I was quite surprised that they didn't decide to do Dolby Atmos audio for these films, but I can see why Christopher Nolan would want the original theatrical audio, because that's how it's intended to be heard. And it's like a time machine. It's like going back to watch this in the cinema for the first time again. It just really is breathtaking. If you've got the right setup, the audio really kills. I mean, I only rock a soundbar. It's a 5.1 soundbar, but it's a soundbar, and usually soundbars get a bad rap because, you know, it's just one long thing with the audio coming out at the front. But because I have my 4K set up in my bedroom, I can't really fit a full surround sound thing in. However, that being said, a 5.1 channel soundbar absolutely does the trick. You wouldn't notice that it's not surround sound because it just absolutely kills it with the audio. So again, I'm going to go picture quality for this one. I'm going to go 4 out of 5 because of those IMAX sequences. Those IMAX sequences are really stunning to look at. Audio quality, I'm going to go again, like Batman Begins, 5 out of 5. I think the audio really, really is the selling point for these 4K releases. Special features, again, let me grab my Dark Knight Blu-ray. So special features, it has all of these special features that were on the Blu-ray, which include Gotham Uncovered, creation of a scene, director Christopher Nolan and creative collaborators unmask the incredible detail and planning behind the film, including stunt staging, filming in IMAX, the new Batsuit and Batpod, and more. Then there's also Batman Tech, the incredible gadgets and tools, Batman Unmasked, the psychology of the Dark Knight, delve into the psyche of Bruce Wayne and the world of Batman through real-world psychotherapy. Gotham Tonight, which has 6 episodes. That's of Gotham's cable premiere news program. So that's that thing that's in the there's bits of it in the film, but it's actual full episodes of Gotham news. Then it's also got the galleries, which has got the Joker cards, concept art, poster art, production stills, trailers, and TV spots. So that is everything that is included on the special features end of The Dark Knight. Now, packaging. Again, we are going for this lovely film book packaging. Got a nice image of Heath Ledger's Joker on the back. And again, it's a really faint brown Dark Knight's bat logo. Dark Knight in the spine. We open it up. There is our 4K disc. If we take that out as well, you'll see that it's Aaron Eckhart looking up for the Batman with the bat signal on there. And again, much like Batman Begins, you get some images, you get the synopsis, and then loads of stuff about the production. Just loads, just absolutely loads of stuff to read about the production of The Dark Knight. Which, if you've never looked into the production of Christopher Nolan films, in particular the Dark Knight trilogy, I do recommend it. It's really interesting. Christopher Nolan is a very pioneer filmmaker in the sense that he was IMAX over 3D. A lot of filmmakers were going for 3D. 3D was a big thing at the time. And he was going for IMAX, which was really expensive and a bit niche at the time. And now look at it, everything's in IMAX. So, got Christopher Nolan to thank for that. And there's a nice image of Batman on the Batpod. Again, more about the production stuff. Yeah, just absolutely loads of stuff to read. Some really nice images of the Joker at the back. And then, of course, we have the Blu-ray movie disc and the Blu-ray special features disc. So, overall, The Dark Knight, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I'm knocking off that 0.5 just because of those non-IMAX sequences. It's not a huge jump in picture quality, and I just really want to emphasize that. However, this is an absolute masterpiece of a film. It's a staple film. It's a film that I think everyone should have in their Blu-ray or 4K collection, because it is just one of those films that really showcases the Blu-ray format. It was the first Blu-ray I bought, and it showcases the 4K format. It's just a showcase film. And of course, it's one of the greats. It's, to me, still currently the best Batman movie ever made. I'm hoping the Batman might change my mind on that, but we'll see. So that's The Dark Knight. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get notified of all future videos. And I'll see you on Friday for the final film in the Dark Knight trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises. See you then.